Velvet, the destroyer of worlds, looks out on a world in ruin, but she protects Master. If you look over here, I tried to cook earlier, make bacon, and the smoke alarm started going off. So today we're cooking bacon and some eggs. If you look, the eggs are already cooked because I was doing that, and then I found out that my video actually wasn't going to work because I had this like, I have trouble sleeping, so I actually sleep to the sound of rain, and those rain sounds were still going, so the whole video sounded like it was just in rain, which is not even true. But what the first part of the video was is I showed you guys kind of my ingredients. I had some cheese, you know, right here. This spray bottle right here for it's like basically pan spray. It didn't work very well. I don't think it's gonna work very well for the bacon, but we'll see. I got some pepper, some shichimi and ichimi. You guys see me put this on ramen, but it's actually really, really good on eggs. And then I have some turkey right here that I want to grill up, but the last time I tried it like ripped apart and it just didn't work. So we're gonna focus mainly on the bacon here. But this is, how many days have we been in isolation now? Well, many of us have not been in isolation, but should be. I've been in isolation for a couple days. Yesterday I went out to buy food because I need food because I wasn't able to be a hoarder like many other people at the beginning of this process. So I actually went to 4 stores yesterday, probably exposing myself to the virus, which is not great, but you know, I'm young, maybe I'll survive. A couple of things to update about that. The eggs. So when I cracked the eggs, it made a perfect Mickey Mouse head. And I remember thinking, I was like, oh, this Mickey Mouse is like really ironic because Disneyland is shut down. Like I said in the last video, almost all of our stuff is shut down. But anyways, I was going out yesterday to get food, and I went to not Trader Joe's. I did go there also. So what I'm doing right now is adding a little maple syrup to the bacon to like make it caramelized, which is pretty delicious. You could do this too. I went to Stater Brothers at first, and they allow you to get 2 items, right? But they only allow you to get 2 items out of each category. So one of their categories is, you know, pasta. So I got 2 things of pasta, which were the last 2 on the shelf. And then I got 2 things of mac and cheese. Now, I didn't think that mac and cheese would be considered a pasta, but apparently it is. So they told me I had to put those back. Well, they asked me, which one do you want, the real pasta or the mac and cheese? And I said, well, of course I want the real pasta. So, you know, I got that. It's over here. Where are you? Pasta. This is my supply cabinet. I have some Coke, some pasta sauce. And then down here, canned goods. Hopefully enough to last for a while. But that was first interesting thing is you can only get stuff per category. I've been talking to my dad. My dad's like 63, so he's gonna try to go to the senior thing. But I told him I don't want him going out in public because, you know, he could get sick. So I'm just gonna be the sacrificial lamb for that and go out in public and hopefully not catch this thing. But I was also reading something yesterday that was saying that there are now 2 strains of the virus. I think it was strain S and strain L, something like that. But what that does is it makes it more difficult to create a vaccine for the virus. And that my dad told me that at the hospital, they told him that it may not be until next summer until we actually get a vaccine. The other really dismaying thing is that all of our hospital workers don't have N95 masks because, you know, some guy or girl, I guess it could be a girl, bought them up and wanted to maybe like resale them or something like that because, you know, capitalism and whatnot. But now our hospital workers are largely unprotected when they go into those rooms, right, with the patients. Now, right now, oh, that looks so good. But right now, the problem doesn't seem too big because we haven't had a lot of cases down here in LA yet. However, Orange County just went on lockdown. LA County, I believe, is on lockdown, and we're going to be looking at a lot more lockdowns. Another friend of mine sent me a thing that was saying that the National Guard are mobilizing and are going to shut down our cities and stuff. And I said, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't believe that to be false, because without that, what else is going to force us to stay inside? So we'll see if that happens this weekend. The interesting thing to focus on is like the timeline. So if you look at it, Seattle is a week behind Italy, right? So this week will be the week where, well, this coming week will be the week where we see how many outbreaks they're going to have, like how bad they're going to be set up for it. And then the week after that is going to be when we get to see how we're doing with this situation. So while all seems fine and well right now, we won't know until like 2 weeks from now. Hopefully our government and people are getting their stuff together so that medical officials can like help us in the way they need to. But we'll kind of see if that's how our government works. Oh, my dad actually did some research. He said that they're looking at giving people $500 a day for 2 weeks as stimulus to protect us from this outbreak. It hasn't passed yet, but if it does, that would be, let's see, 7 times 5, 3,500 for 2 weeks, 7,000 to keep us going through maybe July or August and pay rent and all of that, which might not be too bad. I mean, that would definitely help me with all the things I've had to buy recently. But we'll kind of see if that happens as well. Whoa, the sun came out. Maybe it's not the apocalypse after all. Velvet's like, I've got this. I'm gonna tear this smoke alarm apart. So we'll have to kind of like check and see what happens with that stuff. Let's see. Italy is having a lot more people die. Oh, China reported that they're like having less and less cases of coronavirus, so they're past their peak, which means that we just need to make it as long as China made it before eventually this will all hopefully settle out a little bit. Where'd my spatula go? Spatula. There you are. I'll do this. Oh, that looks pretty good. This bacon is probably done. I should probably turn it off. No, this one. Earlier I had it on the wrong burner, so it didn't work so well. Get some of that grease going. All right, look at that. I didn't mess with the ham. Not ham, turkey. It's pretty gross turkey. Oh, the other thing I added to the eggs was a little bit of lime with the shichimi and ichimi, and it's pretty delicious. You should do it if you have lime. So that's another session of cooking during the apocalypse. What's out there, baby? What is it? Whoa. She does this thing where she'll stare at animals in the trees, and if I were a hunter, I'd think she'd be a pretty good hunting dog. Huh, bear. Huh, bear. Good girl. So hopefully you guys are able to have your own breakfast somewhere. You're not running out of supplies and can stay safe. Oh, a lot of people are asking me about like homework and stuff. There's not going to be any homework until after spring break, right? You can pick up the packet from the school if you need to. Or you can ask me for like some kind of extension work. I'd be happy to give you some. But there won't be any homework until after. Then we'll probably go into like online stuff where we'll have to get together and decide what that's going to look like. So until then, just read the Google Classroom posts that I posted. But if you guys have questions, just let me know. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll probably make a couple more of these or whatever as I find stuff to cook. My kitchen is pretty bare, so I imagine that these are going to get more and more interesting as we go on. I just kind of lucked out on the bacon because there was like no meat on any shelf anywhere for a long time. Um, but hopefully this looks pretty good. So with that, I'm gonna sign off here. Hope you guys are able to survive a little longer today. You know, make the best out of this pretty decent weather. It looks like it's gonna be.